It's a really great book in a U-Haul truck.
Oh.
South by Southwest. Somebody's probably moving here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Janet.
And my name is Mike.
And welcome to the book report presented by The Millions. Mike, could you please tell me what book you read recently?
Yes, I can. So I read a book that a lot of people are talking about and have been for a while called Find Me by Laura Berg. It's about a young woman named Joy who's a 19-year-old a woman who goes to this hospital in Kansas after a epidemic of this disease, unnamed disease, kind of strikes America, and it kills hundreds of thousands of people. Joy finds out or realizes that she's immune to the disease, and she's taken to this hospital, this research hospital in Kansas, where they're hoping to, study these people with immunity. They're just basically being studied, and it's a horrible place. So at some point, she decides to break out and decides to go try to find her mother, her biological mother. Mostly, I think it's this: the character Joy is just great. She was abandoned as a baby, so she's lived in foster homes and in group homes. And right before the epidemic, she's working as a cashier at the graveyard shift at the supermarket, where she's steals cough syrup because she's addicted to it, and she's no prospect. She's just a real sad, depressed person, and that's not like a Katniss Everdeen kind of character, It's a real believable kind of non-heroic character, but who's still believable and you still root for. It keeps taking turns, and they're not like these crazy plot twists, but then it turns out that they were in Florida all along, or whatever. It's not like that. It's real subtle, twist where you're like, okay, I see that happening. That's my idea for a book. At the end, it just turns out all the characters were in Florida all along.
And then they're like, I hate Florida.
It's just a really beautiful book. Really kind of blew me away. It's cool to see it come out of these two similar books, California and Station 11, which are, it's just awesome that you have these three young writers who are all doing original takes on this genre that, and it's not really a genre, but this subgenre of fiction that I feel like has been kind of dormant for a while with no new ideas, and then these three writers come along.
I like all of it, but I can't put my finger on why I like post-apocalyptic fiction. I just usually do. I don't know. I mean, partially because it's a nice break from reading about marriages in the suburbs.
Right, yeah.
It's part of me is just I'll read anything that's not about being in your 20s in Brooklyn.
What about a post-apocalyptic Brooklyn?
Oh, gosh. They're all just raiding cold-pressed juice stores.
I've been trying to think, is it, kind of a reaction to these health scares that the country's had recently with, H1N1 and bird flu and swine flu and Ebola and, mad cow disease going back a few years on that one. But I don't know. There's something in the, I can't believe I'm about to use this word, but something in the zeitgeist about that's making it really appealing right now. And I don't know if it's just that everyone's real cynical.
Some people say that it's a way to process our cynicism as a society, that we are actively killing the world around us and ruining our own bodies with the amount of toxins that we're constantly taking in, and that so we're kind of speculating about, okay, if we are destroying our world, what will happen to us? Will we be okay? But that seems like one of those things where, people say, we're in a very skeptical age right now, but it's always been true,
Yeah.
So I can't say, oh, yes, right now, between the years of 2010 and 2015 is when we've had the most skepticism ever. I don't even know what cold-pressed juice is.
I don't either.
Besides it just being juice. How do we normally make juice?
I guess it normally is hot press. By process of elimination. I have no clue. Juice. But I do know I will pay $11 a glass for it.
You put a piece of fruit in the bottom, pour boiling water over it, and then you do the French press, tamp down.
That's right.
That's how we make breakfast.
Slowly.